Memories pressed between the pages of my mind. Memories.
I've been away for a while now, but even up here, I find myself sometimes looking back to the days when I was a small boy in Tupelo. Seems like yesterday. I remember my mama and daddy and how hard they worked to keep the little bit we had. We lived in a little white house. It wasn't much to look at, but mama and daddy filled that house with so much love that it was home. And sometimes I just drift back, and you know, I can still hear my mama calling.
Get on in and wash for supper. Daddy's coming in from the fields. Yes, Mama.
Nights were hot and sticky in the deep south. You could almost drink the air. But no matter how hot or tired Mama and Daddy were, there was always time for singing. We would sing at home on the porch steps and many times walk down the road to the First Assembly of God Church. I could hear the gospel singing pouring out through the open church doors. And something deep inside me took hold. A strange excitement seemed to generate throughout my body. Mama says I needed a bathroom, but it was just the music. And as we walked in, I felt the beat. The gut-gravel sound of the gospel tore from within. And I'd get carried off, right on up to the church choir. When I was a lad in old Shepherd's above. When I was 13 years old, we packed up the old 39 Plymouth and headed for Memphis. Daddy thought there he could earn more money, because man, we were broke. Just a boy. But even in Memphis, we found hard times wasn't something you could just drive away from. My mama was always concerned for me. She never let me out of her sight. I remember one day running down to the old creek to be with the other boys. Mama found me and gave me a whipping. And I thought she didn't love me anymore. But I guess after losing Jesse Gary, she wanted to make sure no harm would ever come to me. But old Shell was right there. To the rescue he came. He jumped in and helped pull me out.
Hey, Elvis. I wouldn't wash my car with that shirt.
Hey, Elvis. What's that growing down the side of your face?
If you're looking for trouble, you came to the right place. If you're looking for trouble, just look right at my face. I was born standing up and talking back. My daddy was a green-eyed jack because I'm evil. My middle name is Misery. So don't you mess around with me. I need somebody to lean on.
You know, I somehow made it through each school day.
I'm tired of being.
But many nights I sat alone, thinking about the next school day and the harassing I would take.
If she came, I would hold her.
I guess it shouldn't have bothered me, because Daddy had bigger problems, like keeping a roof over our heads
Yes,
and food on the table. Anyhow, things eased up a bit after I sang at the school talent shows. After school, I found work at a nearby theater as an usher to help out at home. I began falling behind in my schoolwork, so I had to quit. Music. Now that's something that really held my interest. And I listened to all kinds of it on the radio, jukeboxes and records I brought home from the Home of the Blues record shop on Beale Street. Hillbilly, gospel, rhythm and blues. Man, I loved it all.
Blue moon, blue moon, blue moon, keep shining bright. Blue moon, keep on shining bright. You're gonna bring me back to my favorite night. Blue moon, keep shining bright. Well, I said blue moon up Kentucky, just keep on shining. Shine over the one that's gonna have me blue. Blue moon up Kentucky, just keep on shining. Shine over the one that's gonna have me blue.
Evening shadows make me blue. I remember after graduating high school, I found work driving a truck, making deliveries for Crown Electric Company. I was earning $35 a week. Boy, I was on my way. My boss, Miss Tibble, would sometimes get riled because each time I come back from a delivery, I'd head straight for the mirror, whip out my comb, start combing my hair. She'd say, son, between your hair combing and your guitar picking is going to be the ruination of you. I liked my job all right, but all that was on my mind was music. Sometimes while making deliveries, I'd pass the Sun recording studio. One Saturday afternoon while driving past, I pulled on over, went on in, plugged down my $4 and made a record for my mama. I'll never forget the look on her face when she played it.
You're blue, any place on earth will do, just as long as I'm with you, my happiness. If you find your sweetheart in the arms.
About a year later, I got a phone call at my neighbor's house from Sam Phillips, the owner of Sun Records. Seemed he was looking for someone to record a song he had. His secretary remembered me from the record I'd made for Mama. He told me to come on down and give it a try. I was wondering if they thought I was anxious because I got there before they hung up the phone. Well, I remember that day, and boy, I was just awful. But shortly afterwards, together with guitar player Scotty Moore and bass player Bill Black, we were back in the studio again, struggling and searching for the right song and the right sound. Then it hit me. A song I'd heard many times before by Big Boy Crudup started going through my head. I hit the rhythm. Bill started slapping the bass. Scotty jumped in on lead, and we were doing it.
That's all right, Mama. That's all right for you. That's all right, Mama. Just any way you do. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right, my Mama. Any way you do. Well, Mama, she done told me. Papa done told me too. Son, that guy you fooling with, she ain't no good for you. But that's all right. That's all right.